So for this reading, we have 4 piles to choose between. Pile 1 is sea glass. Pile 2 is lavender. Pile 3, rose. Pile 4, espresso. Feel free to pause the video, take as long as you need. Once you've made your selection, there are timestamps in the description box or the comment section below. Find your corresponding timestamp, and I will meet you at your reading. Hello, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. Everyone who chose the sea glass. Let's just set this up here. Perfect. Okay, so I hope you guys are doing well. Curious to see what your messages are going to be. So for Pile 1, what does Pile 1 need to know? Where is Pile 1 now? Could we get some information for Pile 1? Five of Cups. Okay. So I feel like it's always important to look at this card as not despair, but a turning point, okay? So in the Rider-Waite version of this card, we see a figure who's looking at 3 cups that have fallen over, spilling red and green liquid. To me, that talks about losing things that were good and some of them were bad. And we're sort of like looking at them. But if we could just turn around, we would notice 2 more cups sitting there waiting for our attention. Now the cups can represent feelings, emotions, dreams, longings, beliefs, relationships with people. And to me this talks about Pile 1 being in a place where we need to sort of turn around. We have to be able to pull our attention away from dwelling on what has happened and focus on perhaps what still exists and water that. Pour some of this emotion, attention, pour some of that onto what we still have at this point, okay? Because there is still hope. Hope has not been lost. The Magician, beautiful, love to see this. Okay, so this really does talk about a necessity, Pile 1, to take action, okay? To make sure that you are standing on center stage and transmuting whatever this sort of kind of lower, denser, energetic state seems to be talking about for you. This is a general reading, so this point of despair, this point of needing to have a turning point could again have to do with relationships, and again, that is romance, family. For some reason, the word famous wanted to come out, so perhaps someone in here is getting out of a relationship with someone famous. So that's curious. But what I was drawing attention to is the fact that this is a general reading, and this relationship could be with, addiction, drinking too much. This relationship could be with friends, coworkers, platonic, family, romantic. Okay, a dream that you would put a lot of attention into and just didn't seem to pan out because you were being redirected. There is a need to leave this energy in the past, especially because we have the Magician as a clarifier. Okay, when the Magician comes out, it tells me that whether or not it's in your perception right now, you have all the tools at your disposal. You have the Pentacles, a wealth of health and talent. You have the Wands, drive, energy, inspiration. You have the Swords, the mental faculty to cut away self-limiting beliefs and fears. And you have the Cups, yet again. Dreams, still. Relationships, still. Okay, there is a lot of hope here. But what I am being told, what the cards are underscoring, is the need for you to step into your power, to acknowledge that you have the ability to make every single decision in your life, okay? Because even if the action of that decision wasn't yours, you still have the mental aspect always. Your reaction to what has happened will always be in your hands, no matter what. Even if you are not the person who experienced this loss or caused this loss. You are the person who gets to decide how you deal with it, whether or not this is going to drag on forever. Do you want to carry this despair and this loss into the future, or do you want to take from it what you can learn and leave it and move forward? The Magician is a beautiful blessing. When I was first being introduced to tarot, it was my favorite card to get, okay? So let's take a further look. 9 of Pentacles, ooh, great blessing coming through, okay? I see you stepping into this Magician. I see you being very inspired by this reading, feeling very inspired to realize that you are a little mini god. Okay, this Magician is a reminder that we can call whatever we want into being with enough focus, with enough emotion, with enough mental strength. We can bring whatever we desire in the mental thought realm down here on earth and be a little mini god, okay? I think one thing very helpful to pile 1 is to express gratitude, okay? Do not let this be an empty statement. When you wake up in the morning, express gratitude. Be thankful for being able to sleep, or you got to sleep last night. Many people in the world don't experience that same sleep, especially in other countries right now. I'm in the United States, that's what I'm speaking about. So it's really important to recognize that you got to eat last night, that you have access to clear drinking water, that you have a roof over your head, that you slept very well. Take that a step further and go beyond what you have physically and tangibly and express gratitude for a peace of mind, your view out the window, your view on the way to work. Intangible things will bring about a lot more abundance more quickly than expressing gratitude for the tangible things. King of Pentacles, a mentor. Okay, so I see this figure stepping into your life, okay? I see someone potentially who has been holding back from wanting to reach out to you because perhaps they're older than you, okay? And they feel like this age difference might not be what you're interested in, okay? But I see them being very talented, okay? Very, very good at finances, very stable, very patient, very grounded. In the Rider-Waite deck, this king has almost become one with his throne, and the grapes on the throne, which represent abundance, especially financial abundance, okay? Now, we're drawing a lot of attention here to increased finances, increased health, increased wealth, okay? So I think that pile 1 is moving out of a feeling of not having control, stepping into their power. This message is about stepping into your power to bring forward a shift, okay? I see a shift from this cup energy, a loss, into wealth and abundance, okay? Beautiful. And the strength. Okay, so of course this is going to require strength. No matter what interpretation we have for this strength card, whatever seems to be going on requires strength, and a lot of it, okay? And this is inner strength is what I'm getting, to feel like you can step into your power, okay? The strength card is a reminder that your external beauty does not reflect how beautiful you are on the inside, okay? That's an important message for some of us here. Let's go ahead and reach for another deck and get a couple clarifications. All right, so this is for pile 1. Pile 1 really likes cats, is what I feel like, because I am seeing all of the feral cats outside the window right now playing, and there's not 1 but 3. So I think cats could be significant to you, and that's just a confirmation that you chose the right pile. Okay, so for pile 1, 10 of Cups, love to see this. There is hope here, a bounty of it. If we can step into this magician power, okay? If we can decide what we desire, identify an action plan, and bring it right here, right onto earth, okay? And this idea of expressing gratitude is also super important, I feel like, okay? This 10 of Cups is great. It says that whatever we're moving away from is a shift, okay? It really was just to teach us something. So I think right now, just give yourself a little bit of time, pile 1. Whatever this 5 of Cups is talking about to you, you will have to identify it's a general reading. Whatever this 5 of Cups is talking about to you, let that be some sort of lesson that you just ruminate on for a little bit and then let it go. Because look at the future. I see a lot of potential here for, a shift, okay? To me, it talks about, like I said at the very beginning, a turning point. Ten of Cups is a moment of domestic bliss. It's a peaceful time in your life. The home is great, the house is great, relationships are great, and I see that moving forward for you guys. Ace of Pentacles, okay, an opportunity, okay, financial opportunity. Also, when you're moving through this magician power, it's really important to feel self-confident, okay? So I think that you guys could focus on your body at this time, maintaining a strict regimen with your body. So what you eat, what you drink, and how you exercise. It's super, super important to exercise. And it's not because you want to lose weight or you want to look a certain way or because society says we have to exercise to be balanced. It's because you literally will benefit from a health standpoint and you will be flooded with endorphins, okay? I don't have... That's not true. I have a good relationship with exercise. I just don't like it. I'm an artist. I would much rather spend all of my time creating, but there is some serious benefits to working out and maintaining rigorous health because it helps feed other aspects of your life, okay? It helps give you inspiration, it helps motivate you, helps you feel happier, seriously, like in a very real, genuine way. Ace of Pentacles, feel worthy of abundance in order to bring it in. Really express gratitude. Really visualize the future you desire right now. This is a turning point, pile one. This message is about a turning point, and we're moving you away from this energy of despair, out of, this blue period into something warmer, okay? Ace of Pentacles can also talk about, with the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, I see some sort of inheritance. I see some sort of unexpected income, an unexpected source coming through. You also could experiment with a new talent of yours, okay? I'd love to see this, emphasis on sort of, very, yeah, here's my pentacle. It's very, I don't know if you guys watch RuPaul. It's very flazé-da, okay? It feels like there could be something here, something that you haven't really paid attention to, something you haven't watered, and you need to turn around and acknowledge this potential talent of yours, okay? For others of us, it's seriously just a emphasis on health, and I meant to say simply an emphasis on health, so I think that someone here really needs to take, that seriously, to start a workout regime, to really be grounded, and to be patient with yourself at this time. Let's move forward and take on a spiritual lens. Actually, no, because we have so much great earth energy, let's take on some earth magic. This will be for pile one. Okay. Okay, so for pile one, please, what does pile one need to know? Where is pile one at right now? Oh, almost lost all those cards. What could pile one benefit from hearing? This top one. Clouds, shape-shifting, yes. Pile one, you have the ability to manifest a new reality into being, okay? This shape-shifting cloud, to me, talks about someone super magical. I think you could focus on transforming your appearance in order to feel like you deserve love, in order to feel like your dreams are capable of being brought down from your thought into reality and to plant them, okay? There's something pile one everyone here wants to do or be, and it's something that you guys haven't achieved yet. It's a dream, it's in your mind, it's up in the air, and we're spending perhaps too much time thinking and not enough planting, okay? So just take this as an invitation, take this as a green light to go forward and to bring what you desire down here on earth, okay? Shape-shifting to me talks about someone who is a chameleon. You guys can experiment with your avatar, your little meat sack, and design yourself to look like however you want. And it's a very, very diverse range of looks that I get for pile one. But shape-shifting, to me, it talks about a turning point. It talks about, this is unexpected, I feel like. I feel like you moving through this power and energy, pile one, is unexpected to people who are watching you at this time. Not in a creepy way, just our friends, family members who just observe you, okay? They're not going to expect this moving forward. They're going to see you really transform, really step into this power of the magician and bring forward a lot of abundance for yourself and as well as self-confidence. I feel like the moment you recognize that you are this magician and you do have all these tools at your disposal, I really think that you're going to start to see some big shifts in your life. Okay, we're emphasizing turning point and shift in your reading. When you can step into the magician, when you can recognize that you do have the ability to manipulate energy, whether that be thoughts, other forms of manifestation, you're going to see some of these new ideas, some of these new desires come into being like that is what I'm getting. It's going to just be like this, and it's going to encourage you very quickly to keep doing that and keep shifting and keep bringing in more, and it's going to really lead to a lot of self-confidence. You're going to be able to approach your situation with a lot of grace, and that is helpful as well because you're not forcing. When you try to force something into being, if it's not meant for you, it will be blocked. It's my belief that we create the life here on earth before we incarnate. It's also my belief, for someone this is relevant and important, it's my belief that this is our last incarnation on earth. So I think that's perhaps exciting for some of you here. Let's pull on a little bit of a romance lens to wrap up this reading. I didn't want to approach this until the end. We have that Five of Cups, to me, even more than the Three of Swords, the Five of Cups to me talks about sort of a breakup, sort of a loss. And again, it can relate to your dreams, your feelings, relationships, all depends. You have to identify that. I also think of sea glass. My favorite colloquial name is mermaid tears. So I think some tears have been shed. I can see that with the cloud too. But whoever, did you dirty, even if they didn't do you dirty, no rain, no flowers is what I'm also getting. You guys could also, there's something you need to water. Okay. For some of us, it is a secret talent or hidden talent. But for others, we really need to transmute this because it's going to activate us. It's going to turn us on. By transmute, shift, okay? Shift from this focusing on what has happened, the past, exes, relationships that have failed, dreams that have failed. So for pile one, this could be the one, and reconciliation. Okay. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay, so this King of Pentacles message I got early on when he came out was an older figure who's been holding back because they sense a little bit of an age difference, or perhaps a maturity difference. Perhaps they really wanted to get their finances and their career right before they could approach you. I see love, okay? I do. With this Ten of Cups, it talks about family, domestic bliss. King of Pentacles, a really mature figure who is really wanting to help establish something with a lot of longevity. He's very grounded. He's been very patient. He's been waiting forever for this opportunity, okay? And I think, this message of someone from your past is returning to your life, and then you've already met this person, you know this person already, okay? I think that this person is someone that, perhaps you work with them, okay? Perhaps they are at work, or they're in the field that you occupy. So that could be, watching you on Instagram, okay? The energy that I'm getting is that you already know them. This isn't someone new coming through. It's someone that you haven't turned around to notice, right? We're focusing on perhaps a relationship that has failed or one that is not satisfying to us presently. And by doing that, we're kind of turning a blind eye to this other figure who wants to move forward. But he's not expressing, he or she, they're not expressing their feelings, but I think that they are. When they see you move into this magician moment and start to change their life, it's like a green light to them. They're going to move forward, and that's going to cause, this moment of self-confidence too. When they see you shape-shifting, remember I said that you guys are like a chameleon, You can change your appearance just like that. You can have a very diverse range of looks. I think once you start experimenting and having a little bit of fun, the magician is fun. Once you recognize that you truly do have an abundance of tools at your disposal, it's just a matter of perceiving them, it becomes fun, right? Where you get to shift into the world and the reality that you truly desire. Okay, again, this message of love, it has to do with someone who already exists. I see them older than you, okay? Or perhaps you're the older person and they see that and they feel a little intimidated by you. They don't think that you desire that because of this difference. It could be age, it could be mastery, it could be experience, it could be position, power, authority. There's some sort of difference, some sort of imbalance. But let's move out of this Five of Cups pile one. Let's turn around. Let's use this message as a turning point. Okay? Is there any other messages? I think that this is the end of your reading. So if you guys would like a personal reading, you can find all that information down below. Most of my readings cost about just $20. If you liked any of these bags that you saw me opening, I make them all, so you guys can drop a comment below. You can email me as well. We can figure out a price for those. And if you've made it this far in the video, please give me a big thumbs up. It helps me support this channel, helps these free YouTube readings happen. It also helps other people find these messages. And until next time, stay divine. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Everyone who chose the lavender, let's just set that there. Okay. Good. Oops. Oh, okay. We will get to this, but this is not the deck I was looking for. I must have swapped my cards. Okay. There we go. So, for Pile 2, hope you guys are doing well today. I'm so excited to have a coffee after this. So for Pile 2, what does Pile 2 need to know? What does the lavender need to know? Oh yeah, lots of messages want to... Oh, okay. Seven of Wands, defense. Okay, a lot of energy into defending something in your life right now, and it feels like a perspective that differs from other people, okay? There's this idea of seven. Seven to me talks about divine knowledge or just like higher education, knowledge in general. And a little bit of a sprinkling of spirituality. The wands talk about spirituality. So this to me talks about also though, in the Rider-Waite deck, it depicts a figure who's on a hillcock with a bunch of wands raising up to him, and he is defending his point from an advantage. It's that idea of an advantage that's super important for this message of the Seven of Wands. It feels like whatever you're experiencing in your life right now, whatever this idea that you feel like you need to defend, right now is the time because it's advantageous. You might have a wealth of health right now. You might have a lot of inspiring ideas, a lot of influential people surrounding you at this time. Whatever this message seems to be about in defense of, you have the upper hand right now. Curious. Ace of Cups. Ooh, I'd love to see that coming out. Okay, so here is an opportunity of love, a message. It also tells me that despite what other people feel, despite how you've looked at yourself in the past, it's always super important to recognize that we are all mutable. We're always changing, and we should love ourselves unconditionally throughout all these different changes. Okay, I just see this idea of you going through differences in your life right now and gaining knowledge as a result. Ten of Pentacles, love to see this. Okay, also a pretty balanced energy going on right now. We have Wands, Cups, and now Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, contentment, legacy, family. It feels like financially things are great right now. And yeah, there's this idea of, you have the Ace of Cups. So emotions and dreams, relationships are grand. We have the Ten of Pentacles, finances, career, talents, your health, big thumbs up. So this Seven of Wands, I'm the most curious about. What passion project does Pile two have going on right now. The energy that is surrounding you so far that's the most curious is this idea of defending something from an advantage, okay? And it's, I'm just very curious about it. King of Cups, beautiful. So this could be a figure coming into your life, pile two, very emotionally balanced, older than you as well, or perhaps you are this King of Cups, okay? This King of Cups is everything you would desire in a relationship, and gender is it's irrelevant in the tarot. So this could be male, female, everything in between. And I see someone who is very stable, who is very aware of their emotions and is aware of their dreams, and they're very mature. They're a good lover, okay? They're a good match for you. One more, justice, balance. Okay, there we go. So the only suit I don't see is the swords. However, I look at this justice card as truth, and I look at the swords as truth too. There's this idea of truth coming to the surface and knowledge that has something to do with some point of view of yours that is different, and we're asking you to believe in it because I think that standing in the power of this decision, standing from this point of view, is to inspire others around you to do the same. It's this idea of you needing to be authentic at this time in your life because it has something to do with your karma. Okay, it has something to do with you needing to feel self-confident enough to go it alone. Okay, if your idea is very different than your boss's or your family, it's needing to have the courage to go out and pursue this on your own because you're being supported energetically by this. Okay, this justice card, to me, I love this bear. Okay, so we think of a bear, it could be a ferocious mother bear, okay, who can claw and tear anything apart, run 35 miles an hour. A personal fear of mine. I'm deathly afraid of grizzly bears. It's a huge phobia. But the bear also stands for protection, right? So it's that two sides of that coin. You know, if you develop that relationship with that bear, they will be the nurturing mother bear in defense of you. If you injure this bear or disturb this bear, or you're on the wrong side of the fence with this bear, whoever this is in your life, they have that power to claw and tear you apart. Okay, so I see this necessity for truth, okay, coming to the surface, and I see an opportunity to speak your truth. There has something to do with speaking your truth. Okay, this King of Cups and Ace of Cups talks about creativity and emotion. Okay, so you guys could channel this energy into writing right now, or film, or something creative, some artistic pursuit, because I think it's going to help you sort of flesh it out. It's going to flesh out how you think about this, and it's going to reveal special little footholds that you have, little tiny nuggets of truth that are going to shed a lot of light on your particular perspective. Your side of the story is another way of looking at it, okay? There's something that you've perhaps been hemming and hawing on, and right now it's time to sort of move from that space, okay? Sort of recognize that it's okay that we all have different ideas, and it's just a matter of not letting someone bully you, okay? We don't want someone to badger you. We want you to be able to feel like you can defend yourself. And whatever this seems to be talking about, let's open this further with another tarot deck. By the way, if you guys like these bags, I make them all, the ones that you see on this channel, and you can email me if you'd like one of your own. Whatever the situation seems to be about, justice will be served, okay? So if you are in the right, you have nothing to fear, okay? This is the card of truth, and it's a truth that's indifferent, okay? So our figure here, she looks as cold as the background around her because she's not caring in the sense where she doesn't, she's only interested in the truth. Whether or not it makes someone happy or sad, she is just the bringer of truth, okay, and justice. So if you have wronged someone, I don't necessarily see that. I see you needing to have confidence in your defense, in your perspective, okay? So if someone has wronged you, I see justice being served on a platter, okay? I like this King of Cups. I don't know who she is, who they are. But I love to see it. I love to see the rainbow. Yeah, I see you needing to defend some sort of point of view, and I was hitting on legacy, so it could be something in your family, okay? But, you know, the Ten of Pentacles is a great card, okay, to have at the heart of your reading. Though it talks about this advantage right now. It feels like there's all the sort of like elements in your life are at a really favorable balanced position right now. And it feels like we should act from this place. And pile 2 will know what this is, okay? You know, I'm curious. I just want to pull some separate messages. I'll leave you guys there. I haven't reached for these guys in a minute. Can we get an extra little message for pile 2? Stop and smell the roses tonight. Okay. And then, star teacher, more than meets the eye. Okay. Stop and smell the roses tonight talks about being more present. Okay, talks about living in this moment of balance. Okay, there's balance, there's contentment, and a lot of like relationship energy is like really supported right now. Love, that seems to be very supported right now. So this could be talking about this impulse and this desire within and giving that space to flesh it out. Okay, that is the message. It's this idea of needing to write this out, write a pro and con list, flesh this out with a song. You feel some type of way about some situation, and that's going to differ for everyone in pile 2. Right now, it's time to feel that, okay? Because you're supported right now energetically to get to the bottom of this. Stop and smell the roses, and then tonight is a power of now. It's the power of the present moment, okay? I think we're calling attention to grounding ourselves, okay? Now, Star Teacher with More Than Meets the Eye talks to me about mystery, the occult, but there's little bits, right? Remember I said if you can pause right now, there are little footholds that you're going to be able to achieve, little tiny nuggets of truth that you're going to be able to extract that help shed light on your specific perspective, whatever you need to be defending at this time in your life. Okay. Let's see if we can get some tarot, more tarot. For some reason, I just like it. No, I usually don't. Okay. Yeah, Ace of Cups. A lot of relationship ideas going on right here. This talks about a union, but to me, it could be something about yourself, okay? I see this as a fallacious bond with yourself, the divine masculine, the divine feminine, something about balance, okay? I see you potentially being someone who is empathic, and someone said something to you or continues to say something to you, and it's like that stop and smell the roses. I'm picking up on the thorns on a rose. It's like a thorn in your side every time they reveal their little self-limiting belief to you. And this is like a moment of being like setting the record straight. Okay, I think that's as specific as I can be right now. But this cup, this Two of Cups moment, this could be, you know, this King of Cups figure wanting to move into your life, okay? They're older than you. Perhaps they haven't made a move yet because they sense that the age difference could be interesting to you, or there's something that's different, okay? I just see a really stable person. I love to see King of Cups next to Justice. It makes me really trust them. But this could be some sort of offer, okay? An offering of what? Oh, Justice again, okay? And the Three of Cups. I'm not necessarily taking these as reversals. Okay, Three of Cups in reverse, perhaps a little bit too much indulging, okay? And then Justice in reverse under. We're being called to draw a lot of attention to Justice right now, okay? And it's fun to see that in this deck, it's the 8, and in this deck, it's the 11, okay? So perhaps 8s and 11s are significant to you. Something needs to come to the surface. Something needs to be said, okay? And this right here, these are energies. This is something happening, like an event, okay? So I see you hearing back some news on something, okay? perhaps this has to do with a relationship. We'll draw a relationship card, an offering of love, someone revealing their love to you at this time, and you just not really being aware, perhaps blindsided, or just not in a place where you want to experience relationships at this time because you're working on the one with yourself, okay? But 10 of Cups or 10 of Pentacles with 3 of Cups, things just seem joyful right now, okay? I think that pile 1 is perhaps this idea of defense is not the message. It's just you're at an advantage right now. Wherever you seem to be in your life, this message is that you are acting, whatever you pursue right now, from an advantage, okay? Curiouser is there are still no sword cards coming through, okay? And I think that this means inaction, okay? Waiting for justice to be served, waiting to take action on voicing this idea that you have. The invitation seems to be about to take that action to do so. Okay? And justice will be served. I feel like if you are in the right, you have nothing to be concerned about. If you're not in the right, well, justice will be served. So let's take on a little relationship lens because I see lots of indications of that. Okay? I think you can expect friendships and all matters of genuine connections with people to be very balanced right now. So for pile 2, for the lavender, deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship, okay? Could be talking about this justice card that was in reverse. I get this as being the other party, okay? Can we get another card? Holy Toledo. Okay, very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Okay. What do you want, pile 2? What is it that you desire right now? Are you perhaps at a place in your life where things are grand and you're sort of sitting in this energy and it's becoming a little stagnant, and as a result you're feeling like things aren't great, but it's because we're not moving energy in a direction, we're not taking action with that missing sword moment. We're not moving forward on some project that we have or idea that we have, and as a result things feel perhaps like they feel stagnant or out of balance. There's this idea of some little drop of ink in the water and it's tinging something right now, okay? This deception card, the 7 of Wands coming out, there's a drop in here. It's like one drop of red wine staining an entire sheet, okay? Slightly pink. That there's that idea of something, okay? That could be a word said, some misstep, not taking any action. There's this idea of a missing link, right? Because we're searching for this nugget of truth, remember? There's this idea of finding these little morsels that are under the surface. There's more than meets the eye going on here. This is a very curious reading. I'm gonna do one last lens. But in all matters of love, okay, I just see greatness, meaning like good. Like there's no breakup going on, there's no disharmony in relationships going on. I think that if you were looking for love, this reading supports that idea, especially with the 3 of Cups and this 2 of Cups, King of Cups. There's this idea of, things being great, but what do you want? That's that. I think that what do you want is that drop of ink in the water, that one drop of wine making your sheet set pink, okay? It's like, what? What is it? And maybe that's why the 3 of Cups came in reverse originally. This talks about indulging. Okay. Summer solstice and then ebb and flow. Cool. Love to see this summer solstice card. This sun is super cool looking, very dreamy. Let me just take a second, pile two, and oh my god. I cannot wait to wire my laptop so I can see if these cards are straight or not. They always seem to do this. And I'm screaming right now if you're like, yep, because I can't see. The camera's like up here. I don't know why I'm explaining that to you. Summer. There's something about summer, okay? Relationships, they're meant to ebb and flow, okay? If you have a different perspective, that's fine. We're not supposed to be carbon copies of each other is a message coming to mind. There's something rising to the surface, okay? The sun, the solar plexus is what I'm getting, but this, this dark orange color makes me think about the sacral chakra, your energy center, okay? Perhaps you guys could be cleansing your energy center at this time, and that would be very great. Ebb and flow of energy. Justice, to me, talks about ebb and flow, okay? If you've made no missteps, you have nothing to worry about. Perhaps far too many. Okay. For pile two, happy and glamour. Okay, curious. So this reading, what is it about? Things look great. If you're just, checking in on the channel, sort of seeing what messages we have for you, it seems like things are grand at this time. I see lots of supportive energy, no swords, no action really. This could be an invitation to take a pause, recognize if energy is supported right now. Are you in an ebb or a flow? Happy and glamour talks about your appearance. It talks about uplifting your energy. It talks about radiating this positivity out into the world by standing in your authenticity. Remember, very early in your reading, one of the messages was, I think you're meant to inspire something, some way of thinking by defending this way of thinking. Okay, this idea that you have that is slightly different than others around you. All right, so that is the end of your reading, pile two. If you want a personal reading, I have that information listed below. I think the majority of those personal readings start around $20. Again, if you like any of these bags, you can email me. If you've made it this far in the video, please give me a big thumbs up. It helps other people find these messages. It helps me be able to do these YouTube readings for free, and it helps my channel grow. And until next time, pile two, stay divine. Hello, pile three. Welcome to your reading, everyone who chose Rose. Let's just set that over there. Oh, okay. Pile three. What messages do we have for pile three? What messages do we have for the Rose? How are you guys? Okay. Two of Pentacles, ambition. Okay, so the first thing I'm seeing for pile three is the need to balance work and play. I see you guys juggling a lot of factors in your life favorably. I think you guys are handling a lot right now. Nine of Cups, interesting. Good fortune. Okay, so yes, this is a confirmation that you guys do indeed have a lot going on right now. You have a lot on your plate. At the very least, you have far to go, or you've identified somewhere in the distance far that you really want to go and achieve. I see a large goal, a big dream, supported energetically. We'd love to see this, okay? Nine of Cups. It's also a Make-A-Wish card, so if you guys wanted to, you could pause the video right now and make a wish. Make a wish on this dream, this goal that you guys have. I see a lot of ambition and a lot of drive in pile three. Two of Wands, another two, this idea of duality and unity and just, like a union, okay? So perhaps this is bringing in a different perspective, a different creative mind to help flesh out this idea that you have. I see energetically this idea of another spark, like a twin flame, two energies coming together to bring this project through, like all the way to the distance. It feels like there's kind of this one path that you see going forward, but that would achieve your goal, except I think that there's some other element, some angle that could also help you get there, perhaps faster or further or more creatively. Emperor, maturity, yes. Not surprised to see him coming out. I see you guys as this emperor. You guys embarking on this project, on this dream, on this goal of yours, and I see a stable foundation, okay? Energetically, I love to see what's going on here. I see this idea of a lot of healthy emotion. Sorry, excuse me, I had to burp. I see a lot of healthy emotion, okay? A lot of supported creative energy, right? I feel like this is a dream that you've had and nurtured for a long time, and you're really finally taking the steps and taking action to achieve that. Another two, curious, okay? This idea of bringing in a second party, a second perspective is especially strong, okay? This idea of bringing in another lens or taking a second look is important. Twos talk about unions, okay? They talk about, to me in your reading, a union of a creative mind, okay? Bringing in this second idea, okay? However, this Two of Wands is not quite as favorable as these. This talks about sort of a little bit of confusion, a little bit of a roadblock, a little bit of indecision, and most likely this is as a result of holding off on making a decision, okay? Yet the invitation is to take up like this emperor and move forward, okay? Take the time, figure out what this is, bring in this second lens, and make this decision so that you can move forward, okay? It is important to take pauses at times to sort of figure out where we're going, what is needed next. Yet there are also, or equally important, is this need to sense when you've been sitting with something for too long and just need to move forward, because at that point the pieces can shuffle or reshuffle and you can move forward again. You'll never know what is to come or what is the consequence of this action that you want to take until you take this action. And simply sitting around and hemming and hawing for too long is the energy that I get with the Two of Swords, creates unnecessary confusion. You don't need that at all. You just need these moments where you sit, reflect. If it's not coming to you individually, bring in a second idea, bring in a second opinion, bring in a second advisor, friend, get their opinion, and then move forward. There are no wrong decisions, is what I feel like I really want to tell you. I like to see this energy. So perhaps let's get a little bit of clarification. Two of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. Success, drive, ambition. This success victory card in reverse talks to me about a personal victory. This project is close to your heart. Okay, interesting. Five of Cups in reverse. So I see a rebirth of sorts. This figure hanging like that reminds me of a bat in a cave, okay? I'd like to see the transformation from the Five of Cups into the Nine of Cups. To me, that talks again about that emotional maturity that I saw for you guys. Four of Wands in reverse, okay? So we like to see this too. Okay, this Four of Wands is drawing attention in reverse to the fact that this bouquet right here, what is that called? A garland, is only attached to two pillars right here. And to me, this talks about perhaps both of your shoulders, okay? And then it's unattached to the other two that are in the middle right here. So there's this link. There's this idea that's missing. This idea of duality is coming through again. Okay, this idea of needing to bridge some sort of gap, to make some sort of connection. This connection could be a decision. This could be folding in a new idea. There's this other link, this other lens. There's an idea of a necessity of community. Okay, here interestingly, we're going 6, 5, 4. Okay, I think that this is the energy of the past. Okay, describing how you've gotten to here, which is great. Because again, I see a very balanced individual who is moving forward on a creative project, on a business, on an entrepreneurial project, something along these lines. Energy, communication. Okay, so you could reach out to this emperor, okay, if you are not this emperor, and this person would be someone that you could message and get advice on this decision that you seem to need to be making. Okay, so these both came out. The Devil with the Queen of Swords. Okay. All right. So, again, this idea of both aspects of ourselves. Queen of Swords in reverse talks to me about using your inner voice, okay? And with the Devil right here, it almost feels like a self-limiting belief, okay? It feels like I want to take this sword out of this queen's hands and just, chop the head off this devil, because the devil is imaginary, okay? It is just this idea of the opposite of positive, okay? So, the opposite of God is the devil, okay? But again, that's just something that we create in our minds because we are really focusing on this aspect of duality in your reading, okay? We need to figure out what is causing stale energy. What habit of ours do we need to cut away and free ourselves from, okay? To me, this is talking about a decision, and perhaps this is the energy of putting your idols on a pedestal, and we really need to cut them down, okay? Because when we idolize something, when we put an idea or a person on a pedestal, what we tell ourselves subconsciously is that we can't achieve that. We can go as far as that, but we could never supersede it. We could never go past it. We could never achieve it. And as a result, we don't even approach that barrier, okay? We don't even approach that greatness because we tell ourselves subconsciously, again, that we're not quite worthy of reaching that. We need to give ourselves a little bit more credit, I think, and develop an ability to speak authentically, okay? So let's move forward and take on a spiritual lens. We came back to this just for a second there. The Emperor, they could be reaching out to you as well. I see this as a career advisor, someone who senses your drive and ambition and wants to support that. 2, okay. Starseed. What lights you up? And then Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Okay, this idea of foundations is what I'm picking up on the most, okay? I think that's where you guys have been, or we're calling a lot of attention to be there now, okay? This idea of making sure our ducks are in a row, making sure we've gotten this career advice, gotten this second opinion before we move forward. $17, okay. To me, this talks about synchronicities and to be aware of signs and symbols that are repeating, because I see that as, oh geez, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that, dropped literally all of these cards. So the 17 must be significant. To me, 17 talks about, again, recognizing signs and synchronicities. You guys could also look up the meaning of 17. It's a really powerful number is what I've come to realize lately. Okay, so there just must be some sort of separate message with this. It's also falling out over the top of this communication card, this 8 of Wands. Now, with your 2 spiritual lenses, what I'm seeing is just a moment of tuning in and asking yourself if this project that you are participating in, that you want to build, that you're juggling, is it in alignment with you? Is it authentic to you? Starseed, what lights you up? And then we have another very spiritual card, seeding the light, okay? Talks to me about a light worker, okay? That is someone who is here to help evolve human consciousness or help us remember that we come from a much greater place. So, this project, does it extend to others? Does it help others in some way? Or is perhaps this idea of branching out to others, this lens, this idea, this ingredient that needs to be folded into this project moving forward? How does this help uplift humanity? There seems to be this idea of a spiritual aspect, and I don't necessarily get that you guys are incredibly spiritual, but I do get that you guys want to build a business. You want to go far, you want to make your coin, you want to have your wealth and accumulate it. Not a bad idea, kind of Capricorn energy. I'm Capricorn rising, actually, so maybe you guys are as well. So we need to temper this ambition, this drive forward, and this could be folding in some element of spirituality. So that could be divine timing. So balance your drive and ambition with sensing ebbs and flow, okay? Sense when you're in a flow, sense when things seem to be happening in divine timing. That's what we could be getting this 17 about. It talks about synchronicities, okay? So just to make sure we're asking ourselves, is this project authentic or am I doing it for this reason? And then investigate that reason. Is that a good reason? Or is it selfish? You know, it's not a bad idea to make money, but perhaps what could make this project go further, because we seem to be wanting to talk about this missing ingredient, this extra little drop in order to bring this all of the way through, okay? In order to support this dream, this goal, this idea, this project that you want to bring into being, we need a second look. That's the main message that I feel like we're getting. So let's move forward and take on this earth magic lens. Okay. So, could we get some earth magic for pile 3? For the rose. Fog, veiled. Okay. This is telling me that there's this idea that's kind of under the surface. There's some tiny little link that is going to unlock a lot more energy for you once you can figure out what this is. For some of us, this is the why. The why behind the project is gonna help you go the distance. Now, that's it's so simple just to say those words, but it's a really powerful message here, pile 3. If you can figure out the why, that's like the gas in your tank, right? It's one thing to have a car, it's another to have a full tank of gas, okay? You're going to be able to go the full, this really wanted to come out. Ooh, it's another sort of cloud and ambiguous, but I see it lifting because it's in reverse, okay? What I was saying was, if you have that full tank of gas, it's going to help you no matter where you stop your car, you're going to be able to start it and keep going, okay? So whenever you feel little blockages, whenever you feel little pauses, whenever you're in an ebb instead of a flow, you're going to be able to go the distance if you can figure out why. So just get to the bottom of this. I think that's perhaps what this spiritual lens was about. Perhaps not necessarily is this helping other people, but that idea of how, why, take on a little bit more of a spiritual lens. Why do you feel like this project is talking to you, calling to you? And if you can figure out and you can get to the bottom of that why, I see this fog lifting. And I see you with this Two of Pentacles ambition and the Emperor, the Nine of Cups blessing you, this project. It's really great energy. I see that lifting and it's like a slingshot and it's gonna shoot you forward, okay? Clouds, shape-shifting, in reverse. To me, it talks about heeding this advice and all will be well. Because there is an abundance of positivity. I see this as a blessed project, okay? And I see this as something that's gonna take a lot of work and dedication, yet it is supported. However, we just need to get this little idea out, this decision that needs to happen, this tiny bit of confusion. We need to get to the bottom of that. That could even look like self-doubt. You could have identified something that is in alignment with you, yet subconsciously believe that you're not capable of achieving it. Yes, it's that idea of putting someone or something on a pedestal, and it's subconsciously telling us that we're not worthy of it. Okay, so kill all of your idols, right? Take the sword, chop the head off that devil, that self-limiting belief, okay? Because you are capable of this. Otherwise, you would not have had this idea or this desire to begin with, okay? Now, I think that this is the end of your reading. However, I want to reach for a message from the void. So let's just take a second, scramble these guys up. It's always hard to shuffle them. I think someone popped out. Okay. Now if we could get, okay, we'll get 2. Oh my goodness. There's 2. Okay. first one that came out. Your soul craves rest. Interesting. Okay, so temper this drive and ambition is the first message so that you can go the distance, sense when you're in ebb and when you're in a flow. I think potentially some of pile 3 has identified a direction they want to go and they feel really amped about it, but perhaps energetically for whatever reason, this could be in an astronomical sense, or this could just be, a lot of working hard. We want you to pause and sense what it feels like and then move forward. Okay, that's a message for some of us. Every coming second is unknown. Oh, I have literal no memory of this. These are channeled messages that I put in here. Every coming second is unknown. Okay, so to me this talks about not fearing the future. Okay, not being afraid of what's coming next, and not looking at the worst possible outcome. Okay, I think you should give yourself the benefit of the doubt of this endeavor panning out for you, because at the very least that's a much better perspective to operate from. Okay, give yourself the benefit of the doubt moving forward. There seems to be some element of the mind that we need to tweak, because it's going to be like, I'm getting the ideas of putting on glasses, okay, so that you can see better. It's going to help you focus on what you want, and it has to do with the mind. And I think it has to do with how you look at yourself as well, okay? So we should be looking at ourselves at the very least as worthy and as capable, pile 3, okay? So this is the end of your reading, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you liked any of the bags you saw, you can email me. I sell these guys. If you would like a personal reading, you can email me as well, or follow the link in my description box. If you've made it this far in the video, you can give me a big thumbs up. It really helps support my channel and helps other people find these messages too. And until next time, stay divine. Hello, Pile 4. Welcome to your reading. Everyone who chose the espresso beans. Let's set those off to the side and open up with some tarot. Pile 4. Okay. Ooh. Wow, I guess we're starting early. The Empress. Okay, so where in your life do you need to nurture? This could be yourself. This could be someone coming in to help nurture you, but what I'm getting more is like creating a safe place for yourself. This is really, really beautiful energy. I'm getting the idea of grounding because these espresso beans are really dark, rich, chocolate brown, and I'm seeing that as nature, okay? And I'm seeing you perhaps working with gardening more or feeling drawn to plants at this time. Where can we pour love into our life, pile 4? 10 of Cups. Wow, what a blessing, okay? I think that times right now are great. I think that you're experiencing a little bit of domestic bliss at this time in your life. I sense that the home is right, and I think that perhaps we could, what am I meant to say? Not relish, revel in this. Allow this moment of peace and serenity to really be absorbed, right? I want you to take a moment to ground yourself. I want you to get outside if you can and the weather permits, and sit next to a tree and really allow yourself to feel grounded at this time, because that energy will help other people across the entire world, okay? There's this idea right now in our society that if someone has it worse than we are, we shouldn't celebrate. That is so toxic because we live such radically different lives. We should never, ever lower our vibration, lower our feelings of abundance because someone else is lacking. Because when you stand in this power of joy and love, it radiates out. And there are some people in the world who are just meant to do this. There are some people in the world who are supposed to be living great lives because that level of joy is bright and light, and it's supposed to sparkle because it's infectious, and other people need to benefit from this joy, okay? I feel the need to defend someone in this pile who is experiencing a really great time in their lives despite what is currently happening in the world, and I'm not trying to bring what's going on in the world right now into a lower level. I'm not trying to lessen the severity of war. But what I'm saying is that it is not evolved, it is not critical thinking to think that you have to also be in sorrow, because that is going to perpetuate sorrow, okay? Sadness, glum. Okay, that is the exact opposite of the energy, and I feel really, really defensive for you, pile 4, okay? Also, at the very beginning of the reading, before I even opened with the Empress when she jumped out, I was getting the idea of prosperity with these espresso beans, okay? So I'm getting the idea, the message that we want to relay to you guys right off the bat is it is good to be feeling good, isn't it? So, 6 of Cups, nostalgia-ish, memory, emotions, okay? We're calling a lot of attention to emotion right now. Wheel of Fortune, fate. Oh my God, that's weird. Do we not see this figure retreating into nature and sitting under a tree to ground herself? Wow, this is amazing, okay? Because look, she is sending energy to this figure who is sending energy to this figure, and they're creating this giant whirlpool right here, pile 4, and that uplifts humanity, okay? So we see this figure, and it has nothing to do with the Wheel of Fortune. I'm just looking at the depiction right now. We see her gaining lots of prana and life force and energy from this tree because she sits in a place of peace and harmony, and as a result she sends out this energy. This is incredible. And the Fool, a new beginning, hope for the future. This is remarkable. I love this reading. I knew that this pile was going to be something different because I've never used espresso beans as one of these little indicators of which pile to choose, okay? Never fill this jar with those espresso beans. It's like a boost of energy or creativity or creative energy, okay? I think there's something to do with you being someone who is holding space for the world right now and you needing to feel confident, okay? You don't have to get online and defend this idea, but you can just feel this inside you, this need, this desire to hold space for other people and being as pivotal as someone who is on the front line, okay? Again, I am not trying to water down the effects of war, but what I'm saying is it's an unevolved opinion and idea that we should lessen ourselves and feel gloom because someone else is feeling gloom. We are all individual sparks of consciousness. We do not need to be tainted by other people or other decisions across the world that don't affect us directly, okay? I know this is a message that is unpalatable to many people. I don't know that it's actually unpalatable to you though, pile 4. This is amazing energy, okay? It is the energy of being very peaceful and harmonious. And with these major arcana cards, it to me talks about you being fated to do this kind of work right now. You guys could even be going as far as being energy healers, okay? But I think right now, if you are simply in a place where you feel like this is resonating, where you feel good and safe and really abundant and grounded, live there. The message is to live there right now, okay? Because that is going to permeate. It is a ripple effect. It's going to go out into the world, okay? I just see this Fool card as a new beginning, okay? I think that for some of us, we could sit in this energy and then sense when we're in an ebb or when we're in a flow and move forward. But what I'm getting, this Fool is like a major blessing. I'm seeing like the Aurora Borealis right here, and it is that gorgeous, infectious, dazzling light in the sky that you can't help but feel inspired by, okay? That's what I'm getting. So let's go ahead and take on, I'm going to shake things up for your reading because I am feeling inspired myself. We're going to, I didn't do this with the other piles. Let's pull some animal medicine. For pile 4, please, let's get 2. These animals seem to want to get your attention. Oh, wow. And the grouse. That's amazing. Okay. Real quick, the jaguar, a really powerful creature, okay? The spots, I feel like it's the idea of like when we were kids, there's nothing cooler than a large cat. They're just powerful, okay? And I sense that you are too. It's just your power looks different than you thought it would be, okay? Because there is power in being in this place of happiness and joy, okay? But the grouse is talking about the spiral, okay, the sacred dance, which is the spiral. There are lots of different tribes across the world who spiral, who spin in circles to achieve different levels and different levels of consciousness, okay, different worlds. They get into different states of mind, and I'm getting the idea of sending power into the world through this sacred dance, which is the spiral, and I'm picking up on this whirlpool here, okay? What I'm doing right now is trying to lengthen a message that is already very clear to me, okay? Because your reading is only, only 9 minutes long right now, and I'm trying to break this habit, so I think I'm going to, okay? I'm just going to draw perhaps 1 or 2 more cards, but this message came out. And I feel like, for some reason, I want to explain to you guys, perhaps some of you are tarot readers too, that we don't have to draw our messages out for 20 or 30 minutes, because I think what we do is we infect it with our own personal judgment, and what we should do is just relay the information and get it out there. I think this is a very spiritual group, okay? The people who chose the espresso beans. Right now, live in this energy of abundance, of prosperity. Really try to make an effort to ground your energy, because you will ground the world around you, like the physical earth around you, and that will help other people feel grounded too, and that will help stabilize the world, okay? You got a huge confirmation in my throat there. We're trying to make the world stable around us because that has a ripple effect. So, I'm going to draw 2 earth magic cards for you. Okay, so this is for pile 4. What earth magic wants to work with, is calling to the espresso beans? First one. Oh, this is ridiculous. I just got full body shivers. I'm only drawing 1. Love, compassion. Do you see this? This idea of sending energy out, sending the vibration of love is incredibly potent. Okay? Sending the vibration of love is incredibly potent. I think that you guys are very powerful because you can sense when you are in this energetic state and you agree with these ideas, which are actually kind of higher evolved, okay? It is definitely a more evolved idea to think about the world differently, to not sort of perpetuate and feed into hysteria and expose yourself to the news daily, because that lowers your vibration. And it's not the idea of being high vibe, it's the idea of understanding that you are your own individual and you do not need to be swayed by anything else going on in the world. This isn't arrogant, this isn't selfish, this is self-realized and higher self-concept, okay? Love, compassion, of course this card would come out, okay? I see you. Honestly, there are people in here who are energy healers, and this is a confirmation for you. You could pursue this, okay? I see you being able to extend love to people across the world, and if you like this idea, if you feel really interested in this idea, you should look it up. But I also want to just give you a little bit of a head start. Imagine yourself when you're sitting next time, grounding yourself perhaps in nature or with a house plant. Imagine a pillar of light extending from the cosmos, extending from a star you imagine yourself coming from. This gorgeous white light. It is a pillar, and it reaches through the top of your head, all through your body, all through your energy centers, all through your chakras, down into the ground and out around you. Imagine that pillar of light, and now brighter. Make that be brighter. Imagine that same pillar you just pictured being even brighter, being like the snow that lifts off the top of a mountain, that freezing cold, like gorgeous energy of divine light. And picture that, visualize that, because that will help, radiate even more. It will strengthen your connection, and you can use that channel of energy to then send to other people, okay? Picture that connection between the two of you and just send them energy, okay? You can send that to different countries, for example. Again, I don't really want to flesh out that idea into this reading. Anyways, this is the end of your reading, Pile 4. I really enjoyed it, and if you did as well, you can give me a big thumbs up. It really helps support this channel, and it helps other people receive these messages too. If you'd like to book a personal reading, I have all that information in the description box below. And until next time, stay divine.